Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I think the intros might have to be skipped because these players are actually on time and I'm very impressed. So let's get this action started. My name is Sean. Today will be Boggs with me. And good night and hello. Flav entering the site with 2 quick kills in color. We'll just go ahead and back up Flav so he can continue on for that third.
Great start for Budapest 5. They don't have as many matches on HLTV as Nemiga.
Let's hop back to the webcams here real quick. So I'm sorry, Boggs, to cut you off, but there are some technical things that need to be fixed here. I think the minimap is having a big black box, so everything is already off what it's supposed to be. Players are on time, or HUD's not working. It's just a crazy world out here, but luckily, Mel's fantastic at her job, and she's already got that for us. But it is going to be Budapest 5 going out mid here. Now, this is a 4-spot from the Nemiga box, and Speedak is not somebody who I want to contest when he has a scout in his hand.
Indeed not. And he already punishes color out top mid, believe through smoke, so it's a great first start for Budapest 5, or for Nemiga rather, against Budapest 5, as they would love to hard counter and take away these rifles, if not take away the round. You always dread the counter force. The Deagle's so powerful, the scout. Players like Speedak and Boggs, and up close and personal, Lollipop, MP9 gets the second, almost the third onto Joel's. Now it's just the finished duo of Budapest 5 trying to bring it back, and Duo does well to take out Speedak on catwalk. MDS rotating up CT to try and prevent the bomb plant, and Boggs comes through jungle. That's a brilliant 1D from MDS, and now the advantage sits with Nemiga once again. Are they going to be able to do this? That's a scout tag.
Yeah, that's it. That's a tag. That's the bag right there. Nemiga securing that round perfectly off of Lollipop's play into the A ramp. That's beautiful. And I think you're absolutely right, Boggs. I think these CT side 4 spies are actually incredibly strong. Only because of how easy it is to get, scout tags. How easy it is to play up close on A ramp, play up close on Palace, deny the terrorists any real chance of getting out safely and just fighting them on the choke points. And, well, we just saw what the symptom of that is. Now, Nemiga, they have just robbed Budapest 5, and the lack of bomb plan here really hurts. They don't have anything to work with except the Deagle all in right now. But maybe if Nemiga continue to get overly aggressive, you could just punish them one at a time. But for now, there is some serious damage done to Budapest, and Nemiga, they've lost a player, yes, but they still have rifles, right? They still have that scout on Speedak. Things could turn here instantly.
Instantly indeed. Joel's has upgraded to an M4, and Speedak does not have a helmet. But given the fact that he does have a scout, he would prefer to take a longer range engagement, minimize the chance of a headshot. But I like this call from Budapest 5. They get a pick, they slow things down, and work it out A. All 4. Lollipop only good for 1 before Joel's can punish. Now the bomb should be going down unless Speedak can't stop it. He's gonna tag off and escape. There's still more bagging to do as everybody on Budapest 5 is low, around half HP or less. Fleeb holding back into Palace. 1 on Firebox. Ramp has far retreated back to Palace, so a double up Palace setup. People will expect that. Joel's goes down first, but Fleeb will strike onto Speedak. MDS and Geo as time starts to wind down. As Color gets the kill, making it a 1v3. Geo 1 and 2. No kit, and I doubt he expects the second player up in Palace.
There is a kid somewhere. I think it might have fallen on top of the firebox, but yeah, Yuho, he's playing this patiently. He knows he's got the advantage, and from the side, he comes out, he catches Yo. And that is Budapest 5, bringing it right back into their hands. And, well, you want to rob me of my gun round? I'll take that right back from you.
These counter forces working seems to be a very, very hard shift from how things used to be. Nowadays, I feel like the counter forces are almost as effective, if not more so, than gun rounds some of the times. Because of the unpredictability factor and the fact that everyone trains out, usually, okay, that was a one tap to the smoke, too.
Yeah, I think they stopped you dead in the middle of your sentence box at that one.
Oh, yeah, that's
a sentence stopper right there, isn't it?
100%.
Alright, Yo, good for 1, but his elimination, unfortunately, has given Budapest a lot of space here on this A site. Now, mind you, Lollipop's pushed into Palace. He might be a key player here. Boggs will get caught off by the boost on top of the fence, but now it's down to MDS with the M4, and potentially Lollipop with the CZ, but CZ's a little random, isn't it? You can't really expect Lollipop to get more than 1 here. Yuho will be the first to be eliminated. That's an AK. He knows there's an AK to his right. Does he get it? No, I think he... Yeah, he got spotted last second, unfortunately. Budapest 5 will take the round. They will finally convert. And we are back on track. Budapest 5. 3 rounds. Nemiga 1. They'll have nothing in this next round as well. So I think we'll likely see Budapest go up to 4 here, Boggs. A good T start.
Very good T start. It is their map pick to boot. So a strong start on your own map pick is a long way to taking a series. And one thing to note too, Budapest 5 are playing with a stand-in. Harry, a Norwegian player, is going to be playing for them. So Mirage definitely does have a little bit of an advantage for that. It's a puggier map. It's a more open map as far as being able to work around and get picks goes. So definitely should help them out. It's not a strategic map like Nuke or even something like Overpass, which does require quite a bit of structure to play properly.
Yeah, and I do want to point out that although Nemiga is extremely well versed on this map, it is Budapest 5's map pick, right? We're in their territory right now. I'd say we're still on pretty much to a pretty standard Budapest half here on this team side, but let's see if the stack from Nemiga can work out.
Lollipop gets the Moss in hand, only gets 1 before Color and Harry get 2 apiece, leaving Boggs alone. 1v3. He's been spotted, he's been sprayed, and he's been eliminated. Budapest 5 do get their 4th. A little bit costly as they lose 2 players, 2 rifles at that. Duo with the MAC-10 is the only one to get the kill on the box, so he will keep his MAC-10, not able to upgrade to a rifle. And up against them, it's a full buy from Nemiga. No kits, however, so that could come back to haunt Nemiga.
Yeah, definitely. They're lacking a little utility, and, well, they're missing a player as well in the round with a nice early pick there from Color. But this is the first real gun round we've had. It took 6 rounds for us to get here. And finally here, let's see if Lollipop can hold himself back with the M4, but he's only good for 1 so far. They have it coming in on the flank. He is quickly turned on by Speedak, and it's down to the 2 versus 3. Advantage here for Budapest as the bomb gets planted towards a default box. Now the pulse pet will begin. Let's see if this flash from Speedak could blind and open up opportunities for MDS.
MDS instead falls to Juho's MAC-10. He'll upgrade to the M4, and Speedak will have to run far away. And already on the hunt are Budapest 5. They've heard him. They know he's falling away. They know he has to save his op. And they will do everything inside of their power to keep that from happening. 2 players already rotating in through apps. 1 through underpass, 1 through the van jump.
Oh no.
Speedak will have to stand tall.
Oh, he's made a step. They know he's here. Well, that's
That was really well played by Joel's on the jump over.
yeah, he heard the scope, right?
Yeah, that's smart. Really smart.
Nemiga, that gun round, I feel like it was a bit robbed from them. Boggs getting picked off early, that certainly did not help things, but we're still in line with a normal T-side Mirage right now, right? You get 6 rounds, that's okay. That's fine, that's perfectly normal, but I feel like the room for error is starting to kind of run thin here for Nemiga on the CT side, right? This next gun run, it has to be a success. You don't want Budapest with 10, 11, possibly 12 rounds here on this first half. That would be a disaster.
A disaster indeed, and that's looking more likely to be a possibility. Because even if Nemiga do win that next gun round, if they don't do it while keeping minimal casualties, there's a good chance Budapest 5 strike again and take advantage of the lesser weaponry. One thing I have to note too for Budapest 5, they've been doing a great job of getting trades. They haven't been allowing Nemiga to get these multi-kills. Boggs will open it up, but Juho will trade it out. Speedak is the one to fall. That's the op gone. Oh wait, it was gone from last round. I forgot. But Speedak is still down for the count. There's a 4 stack on A kill. The bomb moving into B. Juho gets 1 more, and M4 picked up for Yo. He has armor, but it might be better off saving that. It is a 3v3. The bomb going down, nobody in that position, and a perfect cutoff spot for Joel's. He should be able to get a couple kills here pretty easily as 2 players from Nemiga are working their way in. That's a Krieg and an M4. I think he's going to save these guns instead. It's going to be Joel to pick up 2 and almost the 3rd. The Krieg now will be saved by Yo, as I don't think he'll try and face. Oh, lucky to escape Color's watchful gaze. 6th round on the board for Budapest 5.
And that's a tech though from Nemiga, right? They've done some damage. They're at least keeping the money sort of in check here for Budapest 5. They're not quite keeping the chokehold on their economy, but they're doing a good job just keeping it tame, allowing themselves the opportunity to potentially reset Budapest if they can change 2 rounds together here. But now they have things to work with, right? This is the second real gun round. I can't believe I'm even saying that. We're on the 8th round, Boggs. We're on the second gun round, on the 8th round. I don't think I've seen that one before. That's a unique one. But they have a lot to work with, right? They have the op once again for SpeedAct. They have utility this time full. They have a good amount of kits. And of course they have the SG for Yo. So I mean, no more excuses, right? They need to make their stand right here.
They do, and SpeedAct starts it off well. Lollipop over, walks right into Juho, and that is not going to go well for him. 4v4, as there's 4 players from Budapest 5 ready to explode onto the A side. Box from under, SpeedAct from stairs, and the Molotov will be extinguished, but now they know he's working in the understaff. Harry spotted out Box, that's the kill. Yo next to follow, Harry the stand-in, getting a massive double kill, opening up the site. MDS is able to trade it back, and a missed Molotov forces Joel's out into the open. The bomb should still be going down unless MDS can do something about it. And TT will force him off the bomb and spray color through the smoke. Brings it back to a 2v2, a minute on the clock, so a lot of time for Budapest 5. But SpeedAct is still here. He might not spot Joel. He does. And he lands that shot. Calm and collected. Leaving Joel's now in the 1v2. Nemiga with a chance to finally put a gun round on the board and stop the spiral upwards for Budapest 5 and start to climb their own way back into this map.
Oh, they know he's here too. That flash is actually give away his position. A bit careless there on the CT position there from Joel's. But well done by Nemiga. MDS picking up 3, speed after 2 to secure the round. I really do enjoy the way Budapest takes that A control, right? Even on these scrim plays. I mean, how do you manage to make a scrim play look almost coordinated, Boggs? That takes a lot of teamwork and chemistry, I think, for Budapest, and they've done amazingly at that. They've done a lot of damage. Yes, they couldn't secure the round, but they got the bomb plant. They eliminated several players, and they have 6 rounds on this T side. I mean, they're not really too stressed. They're having a good start. But 1, maybe 2 more rounds here on this T side would go a long way into the second half. And Nemiga, they have the double op set up now. Something they have not had yet. This is the first time they take it out. Let's see if Budapest has a response to this one.
Yeah, the double ups had a bit of effect. Yo picking up the secondary. Juho working a bit of a low position. SpeedAct will deal with it. Now Harry takes a lot of damage, but is able to eliminate Boggs and Khan. MDS in the meantime has taken out Cleave, and it's still a man advantage for Nemiga with Harry on a paltry 2 HP. Means that things might get a little rough for Budapest 5 as they continue their cat. Great entry by Joel's onto SpeedAct, and that evens the scoreline. There still is more to do. It's a 2-man hold to be. Great read from Nemiga on the side, especially with Lollipop pushed up. They have the information. MDS from jail gets the first. More. Collects field with it. Joel's will spray down Yo. It's coming crashing down for Nemiga. It's a reset round for them.
Yeah,
1v2.
That's really unlucky. That missed shot from Yo is probably going to cost him dearly now. Lollipop inside the market, and the P comes out from Joel's once again, who's done a phenomenal job so far in this matchup. Over 180 yard, 9 kills to his name. And Nemiga, dropped the ball on that gun round. That double op setup wasn't really able to get much going. So now it will be just pistols here for Nemiga. And Budapest, they get that 7th box. They get their money going. They have full utility once again. They have AK-47s. They have another round where they are an advantage.
Quite a significant one, too. Utility, AKs. But apparently the CC of Yo is better than Harry's AK. The trade comes in for Fleeve, but he does take a bit of damage. The bomb's still back C, so plenty of time to work around it. Budapest 5 content to do just that. As they will continue around. Spray from Juho onto Boggs is a massive amount of damage. Still, no real decision from Budapest 5 on where they want to go. A, B, mid. The bomb recovered, and it does seem to be an A take. They have Juho and Palace still. The rest of the team working their way towards ramp at Nemiga. Going for the gamble stack. They are more than ready for this. The Eagles, though, need to strike. They need to hit their shots. It needs to be perfection.
Smokes are out. He's going to cut off several of the angles Speedak and Boggs to the A site. If Speedak can get one, he might alleviate pressure off Boggs to find the second. That shot, there it is, that's the first. They have his wounded, unfortunately, Boggs not able to follow up. He was wounded from earlier, and Lollipop does get eliminated in the process as well. That leaves MDS by himself now, the 1 versus 2, rotating in the cat. He has been spotted, and he's eliminated Joel's color. This is gonna get, it's gonna get a little messy. He's taking the headshot angle against the off. That's actually the right play, but unfortunately, Color, his aim is on point. And that's Budapest now claiming the lead, guaranteeing the lead in this first half, Boggs. This is a great start for Budapest on their map pick.
It's a phenomenal start for Budapest. The one thing this round that isn't going for them is the fact that 3 players are in reset territory. In fact, with the loss bonus being at bottom, I don't think Budapest 5 could buy into this. It's actually a chance for Nemiga to try and get some rounds on the board before this half ends, and that's a good start from Boggs. The bomb is dropped as well, not to mention the op color. And now the rest of the team will start to get the mid-control. Boggs gets tagged, his name might do some damage. There's a little bit on the play out, but not a terrible amount. The rest of Budapest 5 still working over. Harry on. Gets spotted. Yuho good for 1 before he's turned by Yo, who doubles down. Now Lollipop forces the issue. I believe he was still running when he hit that shot.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the chance now.
Yeah, Fliv literally just got drive-by'd 100%. Okay. Now, again, Nemiga hasn't really done a good job stringing rounds together, but they've at least managed to keep Budapest's economy tame. And now we're reaching the end of that money line, right, for Budapest. They have the AK, that's it. They have pistols, they have a little armor, they have a few flashbangs and a smoke remaining to try to transition to site. And they're going to try their chances with the B explode. And MDS, he has to be on point here, and as well as Yo.
Good chain flashes out B. The force from Budapest. That's not the right way to start it out. MDS will get the kill, rotate into Van. That's a great trade back from Fliab. Potential rifle salvage. There's still players here from Nemiga. Boggs only good for 1. Yo, though, standing from bench. We'll try and get a second, but Joel's will deal with him. A Lollipop comes in. Joel's in a very doable 1v3. Makes it a 1v2. The bomb yet to be recovered, but he is up against Speedak, who has the op and more than enough utility. The bomb yet to be recovered. Speedak is not making noise. He'll spot Joel, who will walk right into the scope. And Budapest 5 now on the full save, unless they want to go for another force. Nemiga with a prime opportunity to bring this back to an 8-7. It is Mirage. It's an even map. This is exactly where Nemiga need to be to make this comeback happen.
And finally, we're seeing Speedak kind of step up, right? He's kind of the player that you need to be fragging out, especially on Mirage, where it's kind of Opera's paradise on the CT side, right? You have so many options available to you. And there it is. Speedak begins this spree. Lollipop from Connect 2. Top of the stairs as well. Boggs is there. Everyone's here. Nades are bending. Shots are firing. And they have finally stabilized their money towards the end of this half. And 8-7 is still possible and would be well served, I think, for Nemiga.
Yeah, I mean, you might say Budapest got a little too comfortable there because it seems like they have fallen off a little bit as far as coordination goes in the latter rounds of this half. They were so good on the trades early on, and now that they have that 8 rounds on the board, they're kind of just like, okay, maybe we can go a little more fun, a little more boost, and see what we can do. In the meantime, Nemiga are starting to win their own duels and starting to get those multi-kills that before were being avoided. Like here, we have Yo picking up the bomb, going back for more, not able to double dip. Still, massive information and the first kill. Yuho peeking out of apps is traded back, and the damage done to Yoles and both Harry as well favor Nemiga in this situation.
Oh no. Liev in enemy territory, Boggs. As long as Joel can get out of mid, get into halls, we'll have a huge advantage here despite being a man down. Liev, though, against MDS. This is such an important battle. This is the fight for the AB site. He spotted him, but he's not quick to pull the trigger. He wants to guarantee the kill, and that's the guarantee. That's the green light now. They have the B bomb site. Rotates are coming in from Nemiga, but it's down to 2s. And Joel's, although despite being 12 HP, he has an op.
Does have enough. so low. If there was a need to take him out, he would surely be dusted quite quickly. Instead, it will be the spray from Boggs, and he spotted out Fleav. The information is now Fleav is dealt with accordingly by Boggs. 3 kills in the round, the 6th on the board for Nemiga. This is now where things get more messy for Budapest 5. They have the bomb plant. It'll be a rough buy. But Nemiga, well on their way to not a comfortable 8-7 half in favor of their opposition, but still a doable 8-7 half.
Yeah, and Nemiga's that team, right, that's super coordinated on both sides, generally speaking. I don't think they'll be much weaker on this T side than they were on the CT side. Yo, starting to gain some confidence. This is what I like to see from Nemiga, right? This is what I wanted to see earlier from them, is that just be assertive in the round, look for the battles that you want, look for the duels. But they're running up cat, they're trucking, they're not stopping. MDS holding this one back. He finds the first, he's able to reset the second. Doing a good amount of damage, but that's all you need from him, right? That 1 kill, that extra damage on the second player. Yo's here as well. Color's down to 15 HP. And it's a 1 versus 3. I don't see the Color's way unless he absolutely pops off. But nah, the ops got him cut off, Boggs. It is the 8-7 after all. A bit of a drop off there towards the second part of that half for Budapest. But I think we're still in line with a normal Mirage finish, right? 8-7s, 9-6s, either direction are probably the most common ends here.
Yeah, I mean, it is probably the most balanced map as far as being even sides in the whole pool. 8-7s either way, very common. Nothing to be too concerned about for either team. But I feel like pistols on Mirage are extremely important. But more important than that is that second round anti-force. If you allow Nemiga to get the bomb down if you're Budapest 5, and you lose the round, or win the round rather, you are still up against Kriegs and AKs. So there is a lot to be worried about despite winning the pistol round. They have to deny bomb plant. They have to pick up the win. Fleav starts it off well. Fleav gets a double. Goes for the third. Fleav looking for more, but Speedak and Yo answer back. It's a 1v2 for Speedak. No bomb plant. Budapest 5. And it will be you, Ho, to shut it down. No bomb plant for the T's means no buy upcoming. Budapest 5 should have themselves double digits before Nemiga can get the AKs up in full force.
Yeah, what a clean hole by Fleav, though. Just taking out 3 players there, taking out any momentum Nemiga had in the second half. Like, all right, you guys won the second part of the first half, but we're gonna retake the lead here. We're gonna retake the driver's seat. Now they got weapons. They have a little utility for this counter hit that's inevitably coming towards upper B. Now, Howard's playing the jump spot. He's not even jump spotting. He's just spotting at this point. He's on top of the balcony. That Molotov comes off, and it's going to force him right. Ooh, he gets Uba stomped, and Color might get overwhelmed. That's why the AWP is not the most trusted of weapons in these kind of rounds. It shoots a little too slow, but players have begun to flood out from market. They might catch Nemiga off guard here. The Glock, unfortunately, not the best sidearm for this. It's all down to Boggs. It's corner. They know exactly where he is. He is from this. And it's just Joel just pushing it, just ending the round. And Budapest 10-7. Sloppy, but recovered.
Recovered indeed. It does come at a bit of a cost. And that will force Harry onto an MP9. There are kits, but Color as well on a glass cannon going out middle. Able to do significant damage, but his op shot onto MDS does more. Opening pick goes the way of Budapest 5. Good start to the round. They need a better finish.
This mid control is slowed down so much. But based on their positions, based on Lollipop's position as well, this is suggesting an A split is likely. The only problem is now they only have 2 players in middle, so that might take away their confidence, right? Usually if you have 3 players, you can cover most of the angles, you can hold down mid for a while. But as soon as you lose that extra player, now there's always a spot you can't really watch. Lollipop, important battle here against Joel's. It's one of the 2 defenders in this part of the map. Considering Nemiga's coming back, they could use that pick. They could use that balance before the commitment happens here.
They would definitely like to have that. I don't know. There's still a player on CT, Juho, who could stop the push before it even happens. And Joel's is ready and waiting for Lollipop. He'll actually take the initiative, and down goes the man in Palace. Molotov out from Joel. Open that bay as Juho sprays. Joel's flame kill. And almost the final one on to Speedak. It will be Juho to finish it off. And Budapest 5 have set Nemiga back to the pistols. No bomb plant, no buy. Now the MP9 on Harry has a nice chance to start to farm some frags, farm some bank. And Budapest 5 have an opportunity to stabilize, get themselves 12 rounds, 5-round difference between Nemiga's scoreline. Now things will get very scary for Nemiga. So it looks like we might be moving on to map 2 a little quicker than anticipated with Budapest 5 with a strong CT side.
Yeah, they're kind of just keeping it going, right? From that first half into the second one. And they're playing so assertive, right, Boggs? They know exactly what battles they're looking for. They know how to take them. They're ready for them as well. Now Speedak's been eliminated top mid. Once again, Nemiga's pretty split on these rounds, right? They have a Deagle Palace, Deagle A ramp, one more person top middle. Player B starting to fall back. And this is just kind of a standard, kind of a default style approach to this, right? Just take the Deagles, look for 1v1s, try to get them to waste all their utility early, and put Yuho to bed and maybe open up the A site. That'll definitely help.
The man advantage now with Budapest 5 means they can get a little more comfortable, but still, Deagles in the hands of MDS and Boggs, very dangerous. Color, though, will strike. Boggs goes down. Easy up close, will yield nothing, and Color puts the finishing touches on a round, which Budapest 5 could not afford to lose. They will keep 4. The guns come back from Nemiga. The economy starting to somewhat, not quite stabilize for Budapest 5. They still have Juho a little low. But Fleeve does have 8k, Harry at 4.4, so plenty of money to buy one of the players should they lose the round. I think Nemiga are going to go for something a little different. They're going to go for the rush B. I don't know if the solo hold from Harry's going to be able to deal with that. Accordingly, the Molotov will hold Nemiga at bay for now, and Joel's will rotate up catwalk. Fleeve's holding top mid to boost, so there's a lot of information. Good amount of damage to the smoke, but still. No commitment from Nemiga, and the rotations through mid are cut off.
Yeah, this is a big problem, right? Budapest 5 has control of top mid. They have no idea Fleeve is here. He's hearing all this commotion. He's going to get the jump on at least one of these players. Possibly 2 if he catches the other person with a smoke in their hand and not ready to trade. This is such a drop-off. They committed so much early. Now they're going to pay the consequences, right? Here it is. Let's see if Fleeve can make this one count.
Oh, he's heard the... Yeah, he's got 1 kill. Molotov will not eliminate him, as he's actually going to use that smoke to just hold. I don't know if they're going to expect this. Oh, the timings. Fleeve now finally able to escape, throws his own fire down. That'll actually force Lollipop forward.
Yeah, where is the support? Where are his flashbangs? Where's anything here to help this guy out? Nothing. Nothing comes through, Boggs. Yuho had 2 flashes inside that sandwich position. Could have used at least one of them to kind of get him out of that sticky scenario, right? Kara and Joel try to hold back the B defenses. Nemiga are finally back to their original destination, but they're not expecting Kara on top of the balcony. He's able to get 2 with the MP9, but a 2-for-2 trade. That's not bad for Nemiga. A 2 works perfectly. They open up the B site. There's a player coming in from Market. There's a player coming in from Cat. That's Yuho. And Nemiga just need to figure out where these 2 players are coming from and deal with them accordingly. Well, that's one of them.
And that's both of them. Color able to get 1, but Speedak quick on the repeat is able to trade out the valiant death of his teammate. And Nemiga bring it back to within 4. The buy is scuffed from Budapest. They'll have M4s. They will have kits. They will have the MP9 on her. But they don't have much left in the tank. No helmets, and there's a Mac 10 on MDS. Speedak has it up, and he wants to flood out mid.
Alert. He goes one way. He gets tagged. He gets no damage in return. Once again, another round is going well for Nemiga. Now, Boggs, this is a 4-round lead for Budapest, but these are really only 2 gun rounds, maybe, for Budapest before a tie is happening. They're by no means out of trouble just yet. They need to be tight on these rounds. The MP9 for Harsh certainly doesn't help things. It really limits where he can play and what positions are viable.
Indeed it does. The lack of range ends the AKs and the ops, and of course the Krieg, means that things will get a little rough for him. But one thing that's rough for Nemiga is the fact that they have a very limited utility with a minute to go in this round. They only have 3 flashbangs and a smoke, so they will have to rely on aim rather than precision utility and flashbang takes to take over anywhere on the sites. If we check the minimap, we look towards a ramp. Juho and Lollipop both pushing out. It's a matter of timing as to who catches who. And I think Lollipop who starts running to fall down to Juho. That is unfortunate for Lollipop. Speedak will try and answer, but here comes Yo on the other side of B. He'll take down Color, who was tagged initially. R will answer with one more, and Yo again trading out his teammates. Advantage Nemiga. 2-man advantage Nemiga as Boggs has Catwalk on lock. And Joel's, there's not much more he can do. Try and hold on to his gun. There's no real way for him to get back into this. No kits, no utility. He has the M4, and that's about it.
That's incredible. It's incredible to me that Budapest got all the information that they needed. They 100% knew definitively that Nemiga was ending B, and Nemiga striked right before they could get their entire defense set up. There were 3 players there on that B site, though, right? For Budapest. And still, Nemiga manages to find all the entries that they needed, taking very little casualties in return, all things considered.
Extremely little.
Okay, let's say fair. You have your weapon. We'll keep ours. Let's get our money rolling. Budapest 5 down to their final line of money here. Now, if we have is a little wealthier than the rest, but no, he's just going to go for the save. They are going to go for this next round buy. It will be limited, though, Boggs. No doubt about that. And Nemiga, they have the 9th, a potential 10th here on the board as long as they can convert this one.
I do like this call from Budapest 5, though. There's no reason to really go for the full-on aggressive force buy here. You don't need to buy it. You have a full buy the next round. MDS starts it off well for Nemiga, but it is to be expected. Eagles, couple vests, nothing else for Budapest besides the safe M4. And it's a round that they can AK on top of their M4. That would be a round success. All will take out the USP of Color, saving for his off. I don't think he'll be able to get one. It could drop right to the sleeve and straight over. Damage being dealt out of Boggs. I think it will be a clean round for Nemiga. Indeed, just left alive. MDS will deal with him. So flawless anti-eco from Nemiga. Budapest 5, though, will have their buy. This is exactly what needed to happen. Keep everything going. You don't need to go for the forces. Give yourself the best chance of victory possible. And that only comes with the full buy.
Now, we say full buy, but it is lacking, right? In multiple ways. Not just in the form of utility, but in the lack of kits. Once again, options here are available for Nemiga. A solo player, Boggs, taking mid-control. I mean, that takes a certain level of confidence, right? Just going out there, fighting that by yourself with the utility. Now, Speedak is here. MDS is here as well. Flashbang will push off the connector players. That will allow Speedak to post top con and kind of weaken the defenses, right? Take away eyes from mid for Budapest. Keep them in the dark while Nemiga figures out where they want to end.
I don't think Nemiga know where they want to end just yet. They have a little bit of information that they have some mid-control. And now some of their mid-control will be dealt with as Juho takes out MDS. Speedak going for the next kill. Will molly off into Con. Try and wall off any aggressive pushes. But on top of Brexit's fleet, he takes out Speedak. Double advantage to Budapest 5. The op is down as well for the T side. And they are stranded, forced into an A palace hit. With just about nothing going for them besides AKs on their backs. 3 hold A, 1 jungle, 1 sandwich, 1 under scaff. Sandwich will be dealt with, however. Juho will pop from under scaff, take out Lollipop. Boggs almost taken out as well. The gun barrel spotted from Color, and he will fall to Yo. 2v2. The bomb is go down, and it will not yet. 13 seconds on the clock. I think Nemiga burned too much time, Roy, and I don't think they can win this round.
Yeah, that was actually a little close. There was time for that kill and a reset for the bomb plan, but okay. Maybe Budapest showing signs of life here. It looked a little flat in these gun rounds, but I'm surprised that even Nemiga is actually getting close to finishing these rounds, right? The early pick went Budapest's way. They had a proper base setup on the A site, but they, one by one, allowed Boggs to rip them apart. Now it's out mid they go. Look at Har. What is this?
Ships in the night. Har's gonna get 2, if not a 3rd. I think he's heard Boggs. He knows stuff. He spotted him, and he does get the hat trick. Fantastic stuff from Har, the stand-in, coming up huge on round number 24. And that might secure the round for his team. 14 rounds to boot on their map pick. What a round of shine from Har. He hasn't been the most active fragger on the team.
He is the stand-in.
He is the stand-in, and impact is the most important thing in Counter-Strike.
Agreed. That play was so nuts, though, wasn't it? Just throw that weird smoking mid, and everyone's like, what is the smoke that is being thrown? Okay, whoa. This is actually recoverable, first of all, by Nemiga. This is only down to a 2 versus 3. And with only 3 defenders, you can't possibly keep eyes on everything, right? Luckily, they do have Yuho and Palace that relieves a lot of that A pressure. That leaves single-handedly Layav to defend against this B hit that's coming. It's 2 versus 1 here in the upper halls. They're successful. He gets eliminated without even doing a lot of damage. Now we have ourselves in a 50-50. A toss-up here for this round that was supposed to be favorably Budapest's.
Bomb finally going down. The rotations are here from Budapest. They have no utility, just a smoke and a flashbang. The same can be said from Nemiga, but they do have a solid post plant. 1 cat, 1 on site. Joel's, I don't believe he was spotted. Speedak is. Here goes the kill from Yuho. Now they know where Lollipop is. Joel's taps him away. And Budapest 5 will capitalize, take the 14th round. The bomb going down for Nemiga. I don't know if they'll still have enough for a full buy. Okay, they will.
Yeah, they definitely do. Counter-terrorists win. Wow, these rounds. What a sick play by Har, though. I can't stress that enough. That is such a weird, unconventional play that I can't blame Nemiga for falling for it. It's just so different, right? You just throw that weird smoke in mid, walk into it, jump up on the chair position, and then just fight them from the side. No one expected that. That's so well done. I love that. I love these kind of Joker plays in crucial gun rounds. It takes a lot of confidence. Now Boggs is gonna walk straight out of Palace. A bit careless there, a bit risky considering it's 14-10. Now Nemiga, they're calling it cancel. They've lost a man for free. And let's see if they can make anything work here.
I think maybe Nemiga might just want to take advantage of MDS working underpass, try and get something off of that. But MDS has been Molotov'd. Maybe Budapest 5 have some information. And Nemiga seem content to work it back to A. They've made noise though, and that could have been heard by Yuho. Flash is now starting to fly into A's site. There's 3 members of Budapest 5 here to defend. Spot out ramp. Jumping Joel's seen 2 players. But MDS coming in through mid has eliminated Cat. He's eliminated Khan. He's brought it to a 4v3 for his team. Yuho though on the scaffolding, able to get 1, but not before Speedak can trade him out. This is where things get real messy for Budapest 5. Walking blind through a smoke. Har runs into MDS. Joel's. He might just try and save his AK.
Yeah, he needs to.
Money on Budapest 5 is broken.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That started off so well for Budapest, right? They got Boggs to be careless coming out halls. You're watching for it. Then it unfolded so poorly once the hit actually came in. 3 players alive is profit for Nemiga. And they still have a bit of a loss bonus, right, to fall back on if they somehow lose one of these next few rounds.
Indeed. I like the hunt too from Nemiga. They're trying to make sure that Joel's doesn't keep his gun, while still not going full bore and keeping their own rifles, which they don't have a lot of money built up to really risk. Joel's as well to just hide, turtle up, hope that nobody finds him. Budapest 5 with a really rough force buy. They have an AK, an M4, triple deagles, 2 kits, a minimal amount of utility. And up against is a B train. I like this audible from Nemiga. They're going hard bore into the B site. They'll have some smokes. They're dealing with deagles. I don't know if that was supposed to go that way on the entry. But either way, they're flooding on in. Har though, first kill.
This setup is so hard to figure out sometimes. With Deagles, that's the first, that's the second. An absolute disaster of cataclysmic proportions. Speedak trying to do his best, but there are just so many players alive with weapons now. They're fully equipped. Budapest have just derailed Nemiga's comeback, if there was one. And now they are at map point, the 15-11. 4 chances, Boggs, to end this right here in regulation. Reclaim the first map.
4 chances, and it doesn't come off the back of a more unlikely round. The Deagles doing it all. Nemiga get caught. Now Speedak is all but eliminated by the spray from Fleeve. The buy for Nemiga is far from great. Double Deagles, minimal utility, a Galil, an AK, the op on Speedak, which is all but done and dusted. 4 players to mid from Nemiga. The bomb and C. They need more than control. They need kills, they need plants, they need rounds. Budapest 5. Looking like they might go into Inferno with a 1-0 lead, as everything in the cards is pointing towards their map victory. It is their pick. It is to be expected. But in what a fashion was it to be expected? I don't think we expected that round. Color, clearly anticipating Boggs, takes out the first of Nemiga. They're limited to 4, but that was kind of their information play. That was the B site. And here comes MDS.
That's a big pick. They've eliminated the support on these 2 defenders. Yuho's pushing to Palace, so that certainly takes a little bit of this back into their favor. And Joel's winning that fight against Lollipop. Sets Yuho up for the future. MDS holding this one back. He almost catches Hard from the side. That would have been a massive kill, but he catches Color nonetheless. Joel's, he gets eliminated on site, but they're not going to expect Yuho and Palace. And that's a clean assassination. Now it's a 2 versus 2. They know that Yuho's here. The swing comes out. That is so ballsy. You got to love the confidence there. And only 12 seconds remain. MDS looking to salvage this crossfire, but they're playing it perfect. There's no time, Boggs. That's it. That's the end. Bomb gets attempted, planted here, and he's going to come in from all directions. And Budapest 5, they have done it. They have claimed their map win in a pretty clean fashion, all things considered. They got a little sloppy at some points in the game, but overall, I think it ended pretty well for them, back in line with what we were expecting, right? After all, this is their map pick. Standing or not, Budapest 5 show why they are here in the semifinals. For now, this is over. We'll move on to the second map, right? That is going to be, let me just double check the video. It is going to be Inferno. That is Nemiga's map pick, and in my opinion, one of their best maps. So I'm expecting a fight back here on the second map, and it will be Dust 2 for the decider if we get there. But before we go on break, everyone, please do follow our socials: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Did I say that already? Doesn't matter. We're literally every social you got, we're on there. And we're also doing some giveaways for some fresh CSGO skins, as well as some 1 terabyte SSD. So make sure to follow along and follow this man right here. He needs it. Every single follow is an extra $1 towards his LASIK surgery. And me down here below as well. And before we head out, follow our producer Observer. She does a great job. And for now, we will be back for the second map on Inferno. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And the action will resume before you even know it.